Greetings, good people. Hot topics time. All right. Everybody is talking about Nicki Minaj and her husband, Kenneth Petty. I'm going to talk about that briefly. Lizzo, she's named in a new lawsuit. All right. Basketball Wives is returning. Not only the original Basketball Wives, but there is a Basketball Wives, a new franchise, Orlando, that is coming back as well. Okay. Those are just some of the things in the lineup today. Got a couple of other hot topics sprinkled in between. So let's get straight into it. Before we get to the juicier topics, did you guys see this? I saw this on the Shade Room earlier. Dwayne Wade, he talked about admitting that he was unfaithful to Gabrielle Union nearly 10 years ago. And he said that that was harder. Coming clean about being unfaithful to his wife was harder than losing the NBA Finals. I mean, he is a former NBA basketball player, so I guess that is what he would compare it to. But what do you guys think about this? Now, they are one of the couples that are actually staying together after infidelity. The way that these celebrities are breaking up left and right, I'm surprised that these two are still hanging on. Not really. I just said that because it sounded good. What do you think? Do you care? I don't. Let's move on to the next story. All right, you guys made this particular girl famous. I don't talk about her or the person that she had a child with or any of her relatives or whoever whatsoever on this channel, but there's a first time for everything. Okay, Krishan Rock, right? She had her baby. She named her baby Krishan something. Now she is changing the name to whatever Blueface's real name is, Junior, because now they're on the up and up. These two are the epitome of dysfunction, trolling. I don't want no parts of it. But I did see this circulating on social media and it pissed me off. Okay. Look at the baby that she has in the little contraption that she has strapped to her chest. That's the baby's neck leaning back. Now, unless that particular contraption is designed for the baby to lean back, which I doubt, she's doing this all wrong. Everybody knows, well, maybe not everybody, most people with two good brain cells to rub together know that you have to support a baby's head and neck. I wonder if some of these people who are adults today that act like they ain't got no damn sense, if this is how their parents was carrying them around when they were little. That could be why. All right, I'm moving on. I can't. I absolutely cannot. She is carrying that baby around like a Cabbage Patch doll. Somebody go over there and help her, for Christ's sake. Oh, all right, up next. Now, I don't really want to talk about this, but I have to. Not really. It's trending, so I'm going to talk about it. Nicki Minaj, her husband, Kenneth Petty, has been put on house arrest after he threatened Offset. Offset is married to Cardi B. If you guys are living under a rock, then maybe you wouldn't know that Cardi B and Nicki Minaj and their fans have been going at it for several years now, okay? So TMZ, Complex, a whole plethora of media outlets are reporting that Kenneth Petty was put on home detention for up to 120 days, and all because he threatened Offset on social media, okay? It was 5 o'clock in the morning, and where was he? Him and his boys were outside on the corner, okay? And they all need to get themselves together. Y'all remember that song? Anyway, so according to court documents obtained by TMZ, Complex, all these media outlets, Kenneth Petty violated his federal probation by, quote, making threatening remarks while in the company of someone with a criminal record. Okay, a judge ordered Petty to be placed on house arrest for as long as 4 months to keep a close eye on his activities. Now, as part of being monitored, Petty might have to be fitted with an electronic GPS ankle bracelet, although that hasn't been determined yet. This is stupid. We all know that these type of beefs and situations don't always end well. Another thing I wanted to point out is that some of these people with access to cell phones and internet are a Fed's wet dream. I don't know if you guys realize by now why the internet was really created. You know, it started off as one thing maybe, and then it kind of transitioned into something else. I'll say that. Not necessarily why it was created, but everything that you do, say, think, search, look up, listen to, watch is being tracked. Okay. And if you are already on probation, parole, why would you get onto social media a large social media platform, record yourself making threats. Making threats in and of itself is against the law. You know what? I'm not trying to find any logic. I'm going to say this, okay? Um as far as how it started, who cares? When you know that you already in hot water, it would be wise, right, to move smart. I'm also going to say this and then I'm going to move on because this is stupid. All of it's foolishness. People who don't have anything, people who ain't got shit, will help you lose everything you got. Let me repeat that slower. People who ain't got SHIT will help you lose everything that you have, whether you earned it, worked hard for it, or not. So it would be wise to watch the company that you keep because people will befriend you just to see you lose everything. People will hype you up to lose everything. People will amp you up to crash out. Okay? They most certainly will, and they won't care. Misery loves company. So when people ain't got ish, they want you to not have ish too. When people are miserable and unhappy, they want you to be miserable and unhappy too. And if you can't recognize that, then something is wrong. Also, another thing, in this game called hip hop, in this business, you ain't know nothing about the hip hop police. People don't even have to run and call 911 and snitch. People do it all by themselves. That's why I said some people are a Fed's wet dream. You guys are letting these officers sit back and just watch you guys do the work, and they're getting paid. They're getting benefits, 401k, and all that good stuff. Speaking of letting people crash them out, helping them crash out, Tory Lanez, this is his mug. This mugshot, I don't even want to show this because when I saw this, it made me sad. It really did. So this is his new mugshot. He's been transferred to state prison, and look at him. This is an example of people hyping him up to do stupid shit and him not sitting down and humbling himself so that he could possibly, potentially not be in as much hot water as he is in now. Everybody on the internet was hyping him up, laughing when he was violating things, laughing when he was making jokes, and look now. Look at the sadness in his eyes. I don't find this funny. And I know some of you think this is exactly where he needs to be and blah, blah, blah. That's fine. You can think that. But it's still sad nonetheless. And this is where he will be serving his time, North Kern State Prison. The transcripts from the trial or the sentencing and statements and all this other stuff has been released. So, everybody is going to go crazy. They're going to be rehashing and talking about this. This is a sad situation, and it's all because self-control was not exhibited by all parties involved. Yes, I said by all parties involved. All right, moving along. Now, you guys know Basketball Wives is a reality show that centers around these women who are supposed to be married to men in the NBA. Basketball Wives, right? What it's turned into is just another reality show that has been a mess, okay? You guys remember Evelyn Lozada? She sat out for season 10. Well, season 11 will be airing next month, Basketball Wives LA, and then a new franchise, Basketball Wives Orlando. Evelyn is coming back, okay? So I did see the trailer. So Shawnee is going to be coming back. Jennifer Williams, Jackie Christie is going to be coming back, and Brooke Bailey, and again, Evelyn Lozada. I think this is going to be very interesting because isn't Shawnee a first lady? Shawnee, the first lady of the colorist choir, honey, is coming back to Basketball Wives. She'll probably dip in and out. I wonder if she'll be like full time. I don't think Evelyn should come back to the show, but because her and Shawnee are best buddies, I figured that she would eventually be back. And this also reminds me of Erica Mena. You guys know that Erica Mena was quote unquote fired from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Okay, they gave a statement, Love and Hip Hop, they gave a statement saying that Erica Mena will not be returning for the next season. But I wouldn't be surprised if she pops up on another franchise, or if she sits out the next season and comes back the season after that, just like Evelyn Lozada. So who is going to be on the Orlando cast? Well, also joining the LA cast, Brittany Renner, yikes, Vanessa Ryder, Jack Eel Duckworth, and Clayana Worthen. Have no idea who those ladies are. I know Megan James is going to be on Orlando. She was on Basketball Wives LA as well before, and she was on Bad Girls Club many moons ago. All right, so I'm curious to see how this is going to be. I'm interested in the new franchise, Fresh Blood. So this should be interesting, and I can't wait to hear people's opinions of how things pan out with Evelyn Lozada returning. So that definitely should be interesting. All right, up next. Lizzo, child. She was named in another lawsuit. Okay, so a fashion designer is actually suing Lizzo and her team for alleged bullying, harassment, racial discrimination in the workplace. All right, so the lady is saying that she felt like she was living in a madhouse. Now, this is a wardrobe stylist that was hired. Her name was Asha Daniels. She was actually hired by Lizzo's manager. And she said that Lizzo's manager was extremely mean to her. And she embarrassed her. She made, racial insults. She just created a hostile work environment and made her feel extremely uncomfortable. Okay. Now, legal representation for Lizzo in reference to the background dancers that are suing Lizzo, saying that she was extremely inappropriate. I'll leave it at that. It's very graphic details, okay, that I won't get into. But her lawyer is saying that the only reason why that these dancers are coming at her is because they see that Lizzo is basically advancing in her career and she's flourishing, I guess. And Lizzo is also supposed to be receiving a Quincy Jones Award for her humanitarianism, and they're trying to thwart her from receiving that award. They don't have any intention on giving this too much attention, and they're pretty much ignoring a lot of the claims that are being made. Okay, now Lizzo did state that she is innocent, basically, and none of this is true. So this is going to be interesting how this plays out. I feel like they are coming after her coin. If I'm not mistaken, last I read that she is planning on countersuing them if she hasn't already started that process. So I'm curious to see how this is going to play out, because accusations like this can definitely tarnish your brand, tarnish your name, and it will deter people from wanting to work with you. So listen, if it's not true and Lizzo can prove her innocence, I definitely would countersue everybody. All right. All right, y'all. That's all I got and got no more. Drop down in the comments and share your thoughts if you dare, if you care about Nicki Minaj's husband, this whole situation with Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. It's crazy. It's good promotion though, because Nicki Minaj's album is going to be releasing next month. No, November, excuse me. Offset's album is going to be released next month. So this is good promotion for everyone. Hopefully they will make the business of music happy. All right. What do you think about Lizzo being named in this new lawsuit? Krishan Rock, who is going to go over there and help your niece? Go over there and help your niece and tell her that she needs to support the baby's neck and the baby's head. And as far as Basketball Wives, will you be tuning in because Evelyn Lozada is returning? Drop down in the comments and let me know. I'll talk to you later.